I think that outside's going to be the preferred lane, and if you watch when they come off of turn 1, you're going to see all the guys in the...
Trouble, big time. The 19 of Brandon Jones hadn't even told the story that hours ago, just over an hour ago, he got his first career win in Gander Trucks at Pocono, and now this. What a rough start. Second year in a row they've had an early exit.
His luck at this track has been absolutely terrible, and we'll have to see what happened here for him. But, man, that joy of that win is instantly wiped away.
Yeah, it looks like Austin Cindric's behind him, but it's hard to tell if he got into him right there, Regan.
Maybe a little contact, if anything. You know, Brandon may have had to check up just a little bit as they got 3 wide right there. Austin might not have been prepared for that, and you see the car just come right around.
Yeah, you might be right. It looks like the 19 might have checked up a little bit so he didn't get into the car on his outside. And the way these bumpers line up, a little bit of contact picks it up, and that's a sketchy part of the track already.
You know, oddly enough, I was getting ready to mention right there that, man, these guys did a nice job down the front stretch of getting too wide and getting through turn 1 well, and they did getting into turn 1, but not to the exit.
Jones inside of 3 wide.
Boy, it wasn't much, but he did make just a little bit of contact with the front bumper of Austin Cindric right there.
How tough to judge when you're Cindric riding behind him in that situation?
I mean, it's tough to judge, and unfortunately it was the first lap, which makes it even more difficult.
Just like what we saw in that truck race earlier today on FS1. Caution out, lap 1 at Pocono.
Yeah, and a good run from him because it wasn't the team. They didn't know what kind of help he was going to have as we see a more aggressive bump drafting.
In trouble again. This is Josh Williams in the 92. Second caution, lap number 5. Incredible.
They're still wrecking.
Yeah. Hate it for these guys. Musselman's Applesauce sponsoring Josh Williams, longtime sponsor of his, and Joe Graf Jr. in the
right now, and that is not what we're seeing at the moment.
Well, it looks like he just got loose, Regan. Like I don't think there was any contact there. It looks like Josh just got a little bit free right there.
The car behind him, the blue and white car, it appeared to be Daniel Hemrick in the 8. And we'll take a look at another angle here. What do you see, Regan?
I think there was definitely contact from this angle. Daniel Hemrick just washed up the racetrack just a little bit there. I feel like if we happen to see the right front of Daniel Hemrick's car, we'll probably see just a little bit of markings on that from getting into the left rear.
Well, we had 2 sides of the story on the other one, and now Regan and I are seeing something different here. And I want to see your side, but I just haven't seen a replay that I can see where Hemrick got into it.
So difficult to tell because the angles are odd at Pocono for the drivers and for us on the television side. So hard to find balance, no practice, no qualifying. It's tough on the 9 and the 7 as well.
I don't know what's going on. Just tagged the fence right there. I'm all out of shorts. Yeah, okay.
And there's trouble. Third caution of the afternoon, and another one of our key players. It's Harrison Burton.
In the same spot on the racetrack, off of turn 1. As you get to the exit, significantly less, and obviously it's affecting him. Just inside another car, it just came right around on him.
That's a big hit.
I go back to what you said and all the safety enhancements and adding the safer barrier on the inside, and twice today we have seen how important that is. And you think about the start for Harrison, 10 consecutive top 10 finishes, those 2 wins, and now back-to-back weeks where he's crashed out early. Last week at Talladega, and today stage 1 at Pocono.
And that's just racing, right? Like racing comes in waves. You have these waves where everything goes.
I mean, you're going to win this stage here. It certainly would appear, unless something crazy happens in the final couple of turns. As we up, and there we go. 90 is in trouble, and that's not good for Alex Labbé, who brings out the 4th caution of the afternoon in stage. Hard to pick up there exactly when it got away from him.
One of the most frustrating.
Trouble. Riley Herbst spinning. Right at the start-finish line. 6th caution of the day. Looks like he kept it. Maybe a little damage left front. But
there's a good chance of that.
Yeah, I'm going to say that was help.
How do you do?
Yeah.
Interesting spot to get help at Pocono.
Tough day for the Gibbs
I'm going to say something else happened involved that got Haley a little bit upset at him.
You're saying we need to rewind the tape a little further?
And there's more to that story.
Let's hope that something else happened, because that seems like a pretty big reaction for just the air getting you loose off of turn 3.
Yeah.
All right, hey, caution, 6th of the day. 42 laps to go. We'll be coming back around here, just over 40. We're close.
Didn't see anything there that would have warranted him going down and doing that. And I wish that we could say, oh, there was
class, maybe somewhere in there. So I think there is a possibility.
Okay. I thought they were going to be pretty tight to be able to make it here on fuel, and there's trouble. Gregson around into Allgaier. What a hit for Hemrick and Cindric as well.
Just keep seeing it time and time again off of turn 2. These guys are struggling with it today. This one here, a number of the guys that we thought were going to win this race.
Who's not? These caution laps going to be huge for those teams out front. Right, exactly.
He's saving as much as he can right now.
That's Myatt Snyder on the outside of the 9 there.
Let's see another replay of that from another angle.
What a move by the one of Michael Annett to get through all that. He was right in the middle of where it all was happening.
You could see that Myatt Snyder was on Noah Gragson, but what you couldn't tell was the 22 pushing Myatt Snyder. Because it looked like they made contact and then they were good and then they hooked again.
There was 2 contacts that happened off the corner. The first one, I believe Noah looked or felt like he was going to be clear coming off the corner there, and when he wiggled just a little bit, they had the contact, and then it looked like the 21 perhaps got frustrated that they had the contact and maybe just finished the deal off here. You'll see that was the initial one where he thought he was clear, he wasn't, and then here's the next move, and that's the one that causes the wreck.
Yeah, but it looks like the 21 gets jacked up at the same time.
Perhaps the 22's right on top of him.
Yeah, like it kind of looks like a chain reaction right there.
Brett Moffitt also made a really good move to get through there. Jeremy Clements in the 51.
Man, look at that.
Stephen Parsons in the 99. And Ryan Sieg, once again.
Just like everybody else has, but that's the report right now.
He's at home. He has no reason to lie to us. Zippy maybe. No. And there's trouble. It's Briscoe, the race leader with 22 to go.
Get her rolling when you can, bud. Try not to hit nothing.
An unbelievable turn of events. 8th caution of the day. You go back to that truck race. I mean, there've been
someone down quick.
It's like the left rear tire.
Off at 1 there, just left rear blew.
He said it blew.
Oh yeah, you clearly can see it down right there. It's so hard to hold a car straight when that left rear tire blows out.
Save though, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I don't think he got into it, guys. No.
I mean, to have the feel to get it down out of the racing groove and to have last time 192 miles per hour.
Got a caution.
And now a caution. Chad Finchum, the 13, 9th caution of the day. Woo! This race will not go away, and then the caution comes out for a 9th time. That's where we are right now. Chad Finchum into the